Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 111. Triple ones. So we have, Ralph is here, but not here. He is helping Drew with our technical problems. Our buddy, Versus Andrew will be joining us momentarily.
BG is here, but not here, as he's playing his phone game.
Oh, that's sweet.
DA.
I'm here. I'm always here. I always play my phone game, and I always freaking
I was about to
engage.
ask.
That was just BG showing a pretty nice video.
Multitasking.
I didn't even see what it was. I don't care.
I have been doing nothing but playing Monster Hunter, basically, since we last...
That's white boy. Whenever I say some dude looks like white boy,
He just looks so generic.
and I can't go.
Saying if somebody looks like Mike. I keep saying this. I see Mike at every single
I was
It's
about...
nothing.
That's what my question was going to be like, oh, so you're looking at a picture of me?
See, it's different. I can go, hey, Mike. I'm not Mike. Oh, my bad. You look like a friend of mine. I can't go, hey, white boy. It's just asking for trouble.
I mean, I feel in any way, shape, or form where you go, hey, colored person, like whatever color you pick or race or whatever.
Yeah, if it would be like if my gamer tag was black guy and somebody looked like me and they were like, hey, black guy. Like, no. It's not going to work like that.
It always sucks, though, when that happens, where it's just like, hey, how's it? It's like, hey, is that you? And they're like, no. You're like, oh, whoops.
Oh, you know something? Somebody from my high school was like, "Are you King?" I'm like, "Nope," and walked away.
Wow.
Somebody was like, you went to HP to me, didn't you? And I was like, yep. They were like, what year? I was like, yep.
I just went straight. I was like, I remember
Move
not
along,
liking
sir.
because I'm looking. You look familiar, and I got a feeling that I don't like you. Are you King? No, I am not.
I feel like I've told this before, but when I was in a movie theater, going to see a movie by myself, and I heard a guy talking behind me that sounded exactly like my friend Dante, who is black, and I turn around, and in the low light, this guy looked like Dante. And so I go, Dante, is that you? And he goes, no. I'm like, oh. And then he goes, yeah, not all black people look alike. It's like, shit.
I'm that guy.
And then there was...
He's gonna tell that story on the podcast. I know it.
And then there's a younger guy, like a younger black kid in front of him. He turns and looks at me and goes, oh, no, we totally all look alike. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, that would have been... That is something that could happen between myself and BG, and we could be either guy.
Both guys.
Yeah. I'm just like,
Dude, there is no win for white people in that situation.
You just hold that L.
unless you get that bailout, there's just...
There's no win. Because even if it is Dante, it'd be like, yeah, what, Mike? And he's just gonna keep on talking. Oh, and black people in theaters, my Jesus, shut up.
It's not that simple.
It's really the simplest. Hashtag the
Our genes don't allow it.
Speaking of movies, Slender Man is one of the worst movies I've seen this
I was
year.
gonna ask. Oh,
And
is
it
that
has-
usurped anything?
Oh yes, it's bottom 3.
Oh.
It has
Red
moved.
Letter Media.
Yes. Oh, I loved it. It has moved of all movies, Hurricane Heist out of the the bottom
Wow.
3 of my movies this year. And the reason I say this is because going into Hurricane Heist, you know it's Hurricane Heist, so you know to expect just some complete bullshit. This is nonsense, whatever. And it could be kind of fun if you look at it like that. Like in the disaster movie we watched. I knew what that was. With Gerard Butler.
Geostorm?
Yeah.
How could you forget about Geostorm?
Geostorm. Yeah, they only said it 97,000 times. But I knew going into that movie what it was.
It's called Geostorm.
And it's called Hurricane Heist. It still was so bad that it had to be bottom 3. But no, Slender Man is bottom 3, and it might be number 1. It is terrible.
Is it bad movie day tier?
Were you
I
gonna
feel
say
like-
worse?
No. I feel like it would be the comedy of horror movies of Bad Movie Day. In that we're not having fun watching it. It's so incoherent. It's so many people.
Ouija.
Yes,
We had to
Ouija.
quit.
Ouija, except it's not boring. It's just incoherent. There are no rules. There's nothing that goes
Established
on.
rules.
There
and
is
keep to it.
Nothing that happens in that movie, and so much that happens in that movie. I just watched the Red Letter Media thing, and this is the exact thing I was going to talk about. The end of the movie, girl's like, I have to sacrifice myself to Slender Man to save my little sister. Take me, Slender Man. And then Slender Man turns into like this spider thing, and then she runs away. You're sacrificing yourself. What's the point of running? Now you're not? The movie is so bad. It deserves to flop. Yep.
Monster Hunter?
Yeah, so I feel like DA, you would love Monster Hunter.
See, that's the
Oh,
problem.
absolutely.
Things like that, MMOs, a bunch of just
You don't have to
mindless-
play it as an MMO.
bunch of just mindless collecting things. I fear because I would just get sucked into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are a sucker.
I can't. I cannot.
Yeah, it's not like there's no levels, like you don't gain experience. It's all about you kill the monsters, you make better gear with those monsters to hunt bigger monsters, which then you
Yep.
make gear out of to hunt bigger.
Exactly.
And it's just
And
a
no.
It never ends.
progression.
You guys would never see me.
Yeah, it has
You
been
cool with that? We can rock it. But
Hey,
That ain't
hey
me.
man, I'd play with you.
no, I can't.
It is
Because that's all I'd be thinking
Speaking
about.
of Spider-Man in 3 weeks.
oh fuck.
Oh
I thought movie, and I'm like, no.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
And-
Monster Hunter has been basically kind of the start. Well, let me rephrase that. Octopath Traveler has been the start of like the good games coming out for this holiday season. Octopath has been great. Monster Hunter has been great. Granted, that came out like in January on consoles, but I'm playing it on PC. And now Spider-Man. Ugh.
Dance Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight has been moved up to December 2 days before Smash, and I can't wait to not play Smash.
You.
Oh, I can't wait. Already pre-ordered it and everything.
Yeah.
I'm waiting. It's coming. Oh yeah.
It's all bad. And I'm still getting Kingdom Hearts 3 whenever X comes out for like $40. Can't wait for that.
Have you still haven't played one since you tried to, have you?
I own the 1.5 2.5 collection
Mm-hmm.
for PS4, and it is literally downloaded, and that is my plan to do before Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out.
Yeah, I got some catching up to do before.
Now the only question is, do I want to buy those supplementary 2.8 games and play those too, or I might just stick with what I got.
Dream Drop Distance actually has a little bit of weight to it, a little bit, as far as like plot, but and 2.8 you could get away or avoid, the Aqua section of it, and then the movie is just shit about that Kingdom Hearts Key mobile game, which. Yeah, the cutscenes are kind of cool, but I have no idea what the fuck was going on the entire.
Isn't that
Shocking.
Kingdom Hearts?
Shocking.
Like, come on now. You could just insert that sentence into end of Kingdom Hearts retrospective.
Yeah, there's these characters. They have some relationships already pre-established that I didn't know about, and then they change, and then like there's a betrayal. And then there's the mysterious dude who's in Organization 13 way before Organization 13 was a thing. And yeah. Things happen. That is...
So before we get into anything else, I got 3 things to talk about.
Okay.
Well, one needs pro, so I'll hold off on that one.
All right.
The first one, Wreck-It Ralph has shown a short clip of the princesses again, and modern day Lounge Mulan is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
I knew it.
It is bomb diggity. BG, have you seen that?
I'm sure, barely. I wasn't paying attention to Mulan. I was just paying attention to the clip itself.
Dude. And there are 2 things that took off from that. It's Mulan and it's the Brave.
Meridia.
Meridia.
Her Scottish accent rant.
Yeah, the Scottish accent. I got that one.
But yeah,
and that is...
I'm so looking forward to this movie.
I don't care about that. I got what I need.
Just that.
Look at that! Look how amazing she looks. She's just in a red yellow jacket. Oh my goodness!
Why don't you just make art of it?
Dude, it's amazing. It's so good.
I just enjoy too, and just a lot of the clips where you can just see all the little nuances of the princesses. Like during the Meridia rant, she accidentally slaps Sleeping Beauty's knee while she's nodding off while sitting, and then
that seems like a very good scene.
Belle is just kind of like slowly shrinking into her book. Yeah, I love the first Wreck-It Ralph. I'm looking forward to this. When did that? I mean, that comes out relatively soonish, and then How to Train Your Dragon comes out relatively soon too, right? How to Train Your Dragon 3. No, it doesn't. Never fucking mind. How to Train Your Dragon comes out in March.
Have fun with that.
Yeah.
You'll be the only.
And the second thing is I'm making a panel at Yoma, and it's gonna be called Fairy Tail is objectively the worst shonen of all time.
If you're doing it at Yoma,
Parentheses, I love it.
if you are doing that at Yoma, I will catch up with Fairy
Dude,
Tail
I am
by
legit.
Yoma, and I will help you with that. In fact, that could be our retrospective. And an hour probably wouldn't be enough time.
I got a whole plan
Okay.
for it.
I have a fairy tale panel. How long do you need? 5 hours.
Sir, take it.
But yeah, I thought about that, and I workshopped that with Chris. He's like, and do it. So yeah, that's gonna be my Yoma panel, and I can't wait.
The one panel that he, if there's someone getting an autograph, he will skip the autograph. The only panel.
They need to hurry up and start announcing more people. I don't know what they doing.
Oh, so this is going back and forth now. But speaking of conventions, so MatsuriCon is going to be in two weekends from now. All of us are excited. So today, apparently someone
It's next week.
someone made an announcement Well, this weekend and then the next weekend. That's what I meant by 2 weekends. That Donald Trump was going to be hosting some kind of dinner for some kind of Republican gathering at the convention center. So, just people have been freaking out. The head of Matsuri-Con made a post today on Facebook just, "You gotta be fucking kidding me," in all caps, no context, but everyone knew. Just because if that happens, it's just going to be way more security, Secret Service, protests, just all this shit going down on top of an anime convention. And, but I guess there's now some back and forth where someone may have jumped the gun with the email, and yeah, so things are just all over the place right now, apparently, with that. So we may or may not have Donald Trump visiting Matsuri-Con. Who knows?
Hopefully not.
If this were a thing earlier, Kelly made a joke about it, but I feel like we would have done it, where we would have added that Donald Trump anime thing to the opening ceremonies. Missed opportunity, but what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
I have just a few little news tidbits before maybe Ralph will come back in the call, or Versus will get in. Who knows?
Or we save it to freaking next week.
Maybe it might be a next week thing where we actually get in early and figure the shit out. So did you guys see all that crap about the jump scare ad that YouTube had?
Yes.
Yeah, for none or something.
Just
Which is gonna be a complete schlock fest.
so, yeah, people. And for people that don't know, I didn't know about this because I have YouTube Red, so I have no ads. Apparently, there was like some ad on a YouTube video where you have to click on something, and when you'd attempt to click on it, there'd be a jump scare. Just scare the shit out of you, and then you're like, "None coming to theaters soon," and then your video would play. And
Oh, poor Michael.
people, I guess, were getting just. They weren't expecting that. Obviously, they're just expecting it.
They were playing it during kids, like
Oh,
videos for
my
kids.
goodness.
Yeah.
And got pulled super quickly.
Obviously.
Just, like in the idea itself sounds good, like, oh, interactive advertising, and it's it's different, it's cool, it'll
be PT.
it'll be
but for YouTube.
yeah, people will remember it. And then they scared the crap out of people, and like people, kids watching kids videos, or people with anxiety just getting their just shit scared out of them. And yeah, it just was not a good idea, not executed well at all. There was a couple of gameplay trailers. Red Dead Redemption 2, which looks beautiful. Someone actually put a side-by-side I saw recently of Red Dead 1 and Red Dead 2. And I will say, like, Red Dead 1 actually still looks good, but Red Dead 2 just looks...
The only thing I know about Red Dead 1 is that Alan Wake released on the same day, and that just wasn't going to happen.
You played Alan Wake over Red Dead, is what you're saying?
Oh, I played both, but I'm just saying, you can't expect Alan Wake to sell
Oh, yeah.
when it's coming out the exact same day as Red Dead Redemption. Like, it's not going to happen. They got bowled over.
Yes. That's what... That's, BioWare a couple weeks ago was blaming the poor sales of Andromeda on all the other games that came out around it. But...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
They're like, oh, it's Breath of the Wild's fault.
They could have released in summer when nothing was going on, and they still would have flizzed.
Mm-hmm.
It was me before it even came out. Like, you can't compete with that.
Yep.
You can't flip that script.
Not at all. Ugh. And then Doom Eternal got a gameplay trailer, which I enjoyed the first one, and the second one It's like, how do you make the double shot barrel shotgun better? Oh, just put a grappling hook on it that brings you to the enemies so you can blast their face off at point blank range. Fantastic. So yeah, those came out, and then the only other bit of news I had is the whole Nintendo business with ROM sites,
Oh yeah.
which that's been happening for a few weeks now. But now different ROM sites are preemptively either shutting down or just getting rid of all their Nintendo games that they had on them. So, for people that don't know, Nintendo filed a lawsuit, or I'm not sure what the exact legal terminology, cease and desist or a lawsuit, on two of the biggest ROM sites on the internet, telling them to get rid of the Nintendo games or we're going to fine you like some ridiculous amount of money per game. And like there are hundreds of Nintendo ROMs out there, just based on every every NES or SNES game that ever came out, which are hundreds going into the thousands. And those sites couldn't take those hits, so a couple of them either shut down. Oh. So I guess they found the problem for Versus. His mic was in his output, and the input is not functioning at all. Interesting. But yeah, like, there's like obviously Nintendo's within their right to protect their copyright. Their games are being sold without their consent. Well, not sold.
Mhm.
Sold is not the right word. Are being shared without their consent, so they have every right to do that. But a lot of people made an argument that I've seen online that a lot of ROM sites are actually kind of preserving gaming history when the gaming publishers and companies aren't. So there's a lot of classic games that,
Aren't available legally in any way, shape, or form.
yeah, unless you find a resale of like Atari games or NES games, like the actual cartridges somewhere out in the wild, you won't see these games ever. Someone put out a statistic I saw where for the entire SNES catalog, which was like 700 and something games that came out for it, Nintendo only ever released about 90 of them on like the Wii U Virtual Console and the Wii Virtual Console. So that's 600 plus games that just have not seen the light of day since their initial release.
Which is sad.
Yeah. I mean, like, obviously there are some games out there where it's just like, who the fuck would want to play this? But it's still a part of the history. So yeah, like, there's definitely a lot of stuff that are going to be... these people are going to be fighting for stuff. And if you hunt enough, you'll be able to find these games online. But, like, the big sites are taking taking the hit right now. Yeah, that's about all I have for news shit, unless you guys have anything you want to talk about.
A weird thought I had. You know what would be really, really good for PSVR? A Yu-Gi-Oh game.
Ooh.
That would make a lot of sense.
That would be really good.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, okay, how could you, the dual disc, you put it down, and how would they read it? No, you don't need that. You just do what they did in Yugi versus Kaiba when he was on the on top of the building, and they had the cars floating in front of him, and then you pick it and do that. That'd be really, really good. That was just something I was weirdly thinking about. I'm like, yeah, somebody get to it. You can see the monsters just flying at you to attack. You know, that's all.
So, as a part of the
Never
editing,
gonna happen.
as a part of the editing that I've been doing, I had to download the new Yu-Gi-Oh movie, and I forgot how ridiculous Yu-Gi-Oh can be. With how serious it could, like, they make things in trading card games where, like, this dude comes back as like this demon, just beast thing. He's literally like sending out dark energy that is like destroying the building around him. Like, he has power within himself to go like Dragon Ball Z-esque, and then no, we're going to settle this with a children's card game.
Is that the new one or the older one?
Dark Sided Dimension.
Is that the new one or the old?
That's the new one.
Okay, because that had one of my favorite lines. It was Kaiba. It was he was doing a duel simulation, and he was facing Yugi, and he beat Yugi. Like he was drinking something. Like somebody fix that Yugi. Yugi wouldn't be beaten that easily. And he crushes the can and throws it. He goes, also fire whoever designed that can. Kaiba Corp can shouldn't crush that easily. And that was it. That was an amazing scene.
You have problems.
But that was also sort of Funimation, just not Funimation, 4Kids, or whatever remnants are left of 4Kids, just having a little fun with it. There were a bunch of little jokes like that where it's just like, all right, they're just having fun.
Mm-hmm.
But also you got your big old dumb, I'll destroy the world with this card.
The thing, like, the guy wasn't even using cards. He was just a monstrous demon-looking dude. And then they decide to duel for the fate of the world.
And the most bullcrap ending ever happens.
Oh, wait.
What happens is, this is after Yu-Gi-Oh! Proper, so the Pharaoh isn't there anymore. So it's just Yugi dueling. And Yugi's like, I can't do it, I'm fading out. And he passes out, and then he wakes up, and he's just the Pharaoh, and he just wins. And then he goes back to sleep, and he wins. Like, did I win? What happened? And then it's just over.
It's funny, like, the Pharaoh doesn't even talk.
Not a word.
Like, it just,
Not
like,
a word.
Yugi falls over, beam of light comes down, he's Atem. Atem just throws a card down.
And
monster
wins.
just
And wins.
blows up the dude. Gets almost
Why
like,
didn't he play this card and wins?
he just drew the card, he didn't even look at it, throws it down, he wins. And
Later,
in my
scrubs.
head, DA, I heard you when we were playing Sonic Mania just going, cheating! Just like that, like a whole bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged where it's just like that's what Yami Yugi does. He just breaks the rules. And
Yeah, I was
just,
like, wow, that's some garbage.
oh, it was wonderful. I also got to, as a part of the opening ceremonies video, I won't say it, just so you guys can see it, just because it was one of my favorite little effects that we decided to do. Involves Yu-Gi-Oh!
What did you choose for the fairy tale scene?
The glowy hands.
Yep.
It is the thy circle of friendship.
Mhm.
Or thy power of friendship. There we go. Just because I named all the things as just horrible English, like ye old VES in the video. Yeah. So the only other things I have are Ralph has a story about this wedding that he went to for his friend's mom, which I don't know if Ralph can hear us currently, but at this point I'd say just come back. If not, I will type out a message. Just come back. What else do I have this document that I'm going through. BG bet DA that he will rate Detroit to 4.5 to 5.5. That is
Erase
done.
that.
That is
Erase
done.
it. Get it out of here.
Oh,
I still
boy, double it.
yeah.
Whoops.
15
All
out
right.
of 10.
All right. So essentially, just
Hi,
for
Ralph.
an update on the Drew situation, is
Next week.
Next week, no matter what we do, his mic is acting as a speaker, and it's just a microphone, and it's acting as a speaker right now. So it's all bad for him. Even after we disabled it from being a speaker, it's still acting like a speaker. It's all bad. His computer is also a garbage dumpster, so it's probably not helping him.
Wonder what that feels like.
You don't know what that feels like anymore?
I mean, and my laptop was just a pile of feces.
What did you do with that old laptop?
It's right over there. I keep meaning to take it somewhere
And
I'm
do
gonna
what
have to.
with it?
I got see if it can get turned back on because I got a lot of stuff I want on there, including all my songs for the wars.
Oh boy.
So I got to get that turned on. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be drowning.
In the time that it took you to do that, you could have gotten the songs back.
Yeah, but no, this was after just searching and searching and searching and searching. There was like 200 songs on there. I'm not getting those back, and I got no time. I'm running out of time. Big running out of time.
You're only running out of time because of your own psychosis.
Yes. Because I'm just like, oh, this person was in Fairy Tale. No, I gotta make a fairy tale.
You don't got it.
It's Fairy
Versus,
Tale.
don't worry about it. Just keep playing with it on your own time, and you'll figure it out.
That's what you
Just-
said.
Make sure you're playing with it when all of your audio-based shit is off. So Discord, TeamSpeak, even Google Chrome. Leave nothing open and just play with it until it starts picking up your voice. That's the best thing I can tell you to do at this point, because your shit is fucked.
Restart, replug in.
We did that. That was the past
Oh.
20 minutes. His computer does not boot.
Oh, okay then. Never mind then.
I want to send the thing into the fucking stratosphere with a rocket. Like, it's awful.
So
But-
before you get to your story, I was on a little journey to try to find one specific clip of mine, which was the Shatterpoint thing.
Mm-hmm.
Found it.
Yes.
How early
Hey.
was it?
It was in the 70s,
All right, that's not.
and I was just randomly just going, I just want to hear it, and it was so good. Screw that crap. I have problems with anger, but anyway.
No, you have a problem with stupid things and you get angry at them.
But very, just listening.
I have problems with anger.
Just listening sporadically throughout them.
That almost sounded like like a subtle cry
competition.
for help. I have problems with anger. Please help me.
Nothing subtle
Anyways.
about Move along with your story.
But every time we talked about bad anime, Pro would always bring up, my goodness,
Yeah, she's
Black
petty.
Clover as a horrible, terrible show. And you have seen it, and your opinions are,
It's fine.
it's fine.
It's fine.
Black Clover
Discuss.
is dumpster.
Why?
Its writing is shit. The characters suck. There's no
The-
entertainment value. The magic is crap.
Okay. The writing is no worse than your typical shonen show. Like,
Oh,
you
it's
can't-
much worse.
Okay. Name me 5 bad series that are better than Fairy Tale. I mean, not Fairy Tale. but-
Yeah.
I'm already in Fairy Tale mode, but Black
Oh
Clover.
boy.
Five
look what's in my
series,
life.
five
Five
bad
bad
series that are
shonen.
better than Black Clover.
Yes.
Fairy Tail is better. Naruto's
No.
better. Bleach is better.
Bleach is most certainly not better. You can stop that right now.
No, it is.
There are actual one.
I
there are
got
actual, hold on,
no
hold on,
enjoyment.
Ralph. Hold on, Ralph. There are actual characters in Black Clover.
No, there's
What
not.
You know what? You know what? Everybody in their guild has done something. Name me one thing Cat did. Name me one thing Cat did.
He beat that one fucking Arrancar Huecamundo.
Name me one thing Cat did that literally nobody else in that group could have done. Cause there are things everybody has done in that group that other people couldn't have done.
Oh yeah. No, there. It's everybody
All
can
of
do
their
a job with
powers
anybody
are
else.
freaking different.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me there's anybody in the guild that is exactly the same, or even close
Oh
to the same?
no,
Okay,
they're not.
Outside of it, okay, you have light magic and dark magic, and sure, people you can use those things differently. Freaking, I'm sure Sabo is gonna use the freaking fire fruit different than H did. People use things differently. It happens.
Oh yeah.
But their powers are different. Bleach is
Alright.
just Bleach is literal sword slash, and then here's my Bankai.
So
It does
hold on.
specific
Everybody's
things.
Bankai is the same. So
No.
Renji's sword is the same
Listen
as
to me. Listen to me.
Ichigo's sword. I'm
You're
making the
not
same
listening
comparison.
to me. Everybody,
You're not making sense.
Everybody slashes with a sword.
It's a sword.
Yes, it's a sword. That's the point. The fights are the same, and then they're all flying and slashing swords, and then they go Bankai, and then it focuses on the Bankai, and then the other person says, "But I have this power," and then it focuses on that power, and then it's like, how do I overcome this power with my secret Bankai?
That's literally Black Clover as well.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
The girl.
Everything
Yeah.
about Black Clover is the main character like, oh, this is a problem. Okay, demon power. That's literally the entire series. It's
just
the
learned-
same.
He just learned demon power like 30 chapters ago.
Yeah,
Everything
and it
before
took
that was
Ichigo the
powered-
same amount of time.
No. Now, from the beginning, it's all focusing on how do I overcome this with my lack of magic. But this is what I'm talking about. The girl in the series, the main girl in the series, her whole thing is she can't focus her magic to hit a specific target. So throughout the series, you see her, oh, I can use defensive magic. Oh, I'm learning how to control my magic. You see her doing different things, better things, and growing. Not
Like
showing up
Orihime.
one day with, here's Bankai 2.
That's Orihime did the same thing. She had her shitty little spirits that couldn't do anything, and throughout time she improved them to the point where she can revive the dead. Congratulations.
She didn't
It's the same
improve
thing.
them. She didn't really improve them.
She
They
kind
just
of did.
magically improved.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same
No,
thing.
it's
You're
not.
told she trained with Urahara in exposition. You don't
Here
see
we
it.
go then.
Hold on. Oh no, I hear what you're gonna say. You see what's their name training. Yeah, sure, I get that. But even though that's still the way those characters portray everything, it's so telegraphed. It
It's
might as
over
well
the
have been
top.
exposition.
Everything is shown in this telegraph.
But there's
foreshadowing.
literally no subtlety to it. There's nothing
So
in
the
that
problem
story,
is in your
nothing
face.
in those characters that make me give half a shit to make that worth it to me. They're boring, dull, and the environment is bland. I
can't
have-
speak on
there is
environment.
more
I don't
person-
give a crap about background. You can't.
I
talk
do.
about backgrounds and environments with Bleach.
Oh, I'm not saying that was good in Bleach either. I never said
but
I
you
agree
said
with that.
Bleach is a better series, so you already.
I
talked about the
enjoyed
environments.
Bleach better. Yes.
But no, environments in Bleach are 0.
Yes. But I
Okay.
still was able to find things to attach to in Bleach that I would
What? A
enjoy
white
more than
background?
Black Clover. I'm not
A
saying the
white
backgrounds.
background?
I'm not talking about the back. The backgrounds are possibly worse in Bleach than they are in
There's
Black
no
Clover.
possibly about it.
I'm not
They
arguing
don't
that point.
exist.
I'm not arguing that point. I'm saying there are other things in Bleach that I attach to stronger than I ever did for Black Clover.
You know, DA, there's
Such
been
as?
enough forest fires in California. You didn't have to start another one. Just throwing that out there.
No one's in Cali, such as.
There are people in Cali. It's
No,
just
nobody
unfortunate.
in the podcast is in Cali, so there's
Oh,
no fire
God.
being started there.
No, okay. The action sequences are better in Bleach, for one.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Did you not just hear my explanation of Secret Bankai?
Dude,
It's literally a Yu-Gi-Oh match. It's taking
it was
turns.
better. It
It's
was
a
better
wrestling match.
better drawn and better animated than anything in Black Clover.
I wouldn't know about animation because I read the manga, but
Yeah.
better drawn, same face, freaking Kubo.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to get at here. I will say that I would enjoy the way the fights are drawn better in Bleach than in Black Clover.
I couldn't say that. They're a bit messy. It's just like I wouldn't say. You know how much I love One Piece. I would never say that's like a top 3 like fight
Oh.
design.
Oh,
They're
not
very
at all.
cluttered and messy. Like,
It
I
is, but
understand that.
I'm saying that
Bleach
I
is
prefer.
trash.
It is. It's not good, but Black Clover, in my opinion, is worse.
I couldn't say that.
But here's
I
my
could.
problem right here. You're going from enjoyability for what you enjoy to an objective quality standpoint. You can't argue both at the same time.
What I enjoy is based off of that standpoint is what I'm getting at, because they're both bad. So the only way I can
I
quantify
wouldn't call Black Clover bad. I would
They're
call
bad.
it
It's
a
bad.
middle of the road. Like Fairy Tail is bad, Bleach is bad, Naruto got bad, Dragon
Yes.
Ball is bad.
Yes.
What's that series I'm thinking of? I would even say Kenichi is bad.
the anime is bad. The manga's not bad. It's middle ground.
After the tournament, come on.
After the
One with
tournament,
skates.
it got
Air
bad.
Gear is bad.
Yes, that we can agree on.
Like, you can't tell me Black Clover is worse than Air Gear.
No, it's not worse than Air Gear. Air Gear is definitely below Black Clover.
I can't see it worse than Bleach. It is literally, it is. It's
There
the way I look
are
at
character interactions better in Bleach than in Black Clover. There, okay. Let me put it like
Kirito.
this. Let me put it like this. There is
Kirito.
quite literally no
Oh,
part.
Sword Art.
I'm essentially current with that manga. I haven't read it in like at least 2 months now. But
I'm like 20
You're not
chapters behind.
current.
it's
You're current like
essentially.
DA was in My Hero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially.
Bad.
But there at least when I was reading Bleach, even up to the end when I hated it, there were moments I was like, that's interesting. There has not been a point that I can remember reading Black Clover when I went, that's interesting. It was just like, what is this? Why? What the fuck is going on?
You know what I
That's
like
dumb
about
as hell.
Black Clover? They actually explain things.
You're not
they
wrong.
explain-
That is a good aspect of it.
They
Yeah.
explain the demon form of why he can do
Yep.
a demon form. It's just like, it's not like, oh, a hollow punched you in the chest and now you get a mask.
You're not wrong. Objectively speaking, my dislike of Black Clover is pretty much based solely off of the fact that I just can't get any enjoyability out of it. I do not like the characters. I do not like the way it's portrayed. It's just that's what it comes right down to when it comes to
What
how
type
bad
of
that
characters
show's
do
been.
you like? Because you didn't like the Dragon Ball characters. You don't like, I'm sure, the Naruto characters. You don't like the Black Clover characters. What characters do you like in Bleach?
In Bleach, one of the characters I actually had rather attached to was like Hitsugaya was a fun character for me to watch.
You.
What? What?
I like
Jesus
Hitsugaya.
Christ!
I like
Are you
Hitsugaya.
happy you brought this up now?
No.
DA? This is what you wanted, though,
Michael,
right?
stop laughing. What is good about Hitsugaya? Tell me anything about his
oh.
personality.
This is one of
Tell me about Hitsugaya,
This
bro, please.
this is one of his pet peeves of Bleach. Hitsugaya is super popular for what reason?
Tell me
Oh,
about Hitsugaya.
oh, literally.
Why do you like Hitsugaya?
Out of all the characters
He's
in
a
Bleach,
cool
he just was
guy.
the one who was always done with everyone's shit, and that's what I appreciated because it was dumb as hell.
No, Yuryu was as well.
Yeah, but that was his. Yeah, you got a good point. No, Uryu kind of fell
You're
in
blown
line.
away in
No.
1 second.
No.
So you like
Hold on.
him
I
because
was
he's
thinking.
good with this crap.
I was thinking about it. Uryu kind of fell in line though, for the most part. He kind of
No,
fell
he
in
didn't.
line
I would
with the
say
Ichigo friend
Hitsugaya
group.
fell in line more, especially with Momo.
Not really. His character never really changed much. Uryu's kind of got a
That's
lot
a positive?
softer and more friendly.
Wow, he is stagnant. That's what I like.
No,
about
I'm
him.
not saying it's a good thing. Again, it's still bad. I'm saying
It's just something
objectively
you
speaking.
enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. Just the way
Stagnation.
he was, I liked it a little bit better than.
Complete lack
So,
of
so you
growth.
just like this blank character who's just like get.
They're
done with
all
this
blank shit
shit. No,
characters.
they
in
are
Bleach.
not. No,
They
they
are,
are
though.
not.
Rukia is
They
awesome.
are.
Rukia is
Rukia was
awesome.
okay. I didn't like her that much.
Orihime, when she's in her school setting, is awesome
Not going
Eh.
Kurosaki-kun.
for 500 chapters.
Chit chat.
Ichigo, when he's in his school setting, is awesome.
Not
Okay,
going
that I
with
get you.
friends.
This is the Ursa thing that I'm talking about. Anytime that they're fighting or dealing with fighting or about to fight or thinking about fighting, they just degrade. They just sit in a circle and go, what do we do? And that's not interesting to me. But when they're just interacting, when they're just going, oh, wacky stuff, it's awesome. When the Fullbringer arc with the girl who turned people into dolls, she's just like, hey, let's eat donuts. And the girl's like, get away from me. Yay, donuts. Orihime is amazing. So don't give me this crap. So you giving me this dude is just done with people's crap. I like him. Is that what can you tell me about his personality? Because this is the first character that you said. If I were to say Fairy Tail, I would say Ichigo. I would say Juvia. I would say Ursa when she's not fighting. If I were to say One Piece, I would say Usopp. These characters who I like pop into my mind first, and I can speak about them for a long time. Don't just give me he's done with everybody's crap. Give me some more. What else you got for him?
Like
See,
Busta
you've
Rhymes.
also put a lot more thought into this than I have. So me trying to defend against it is
This
a
is a
little
fight with
asinine.
Black Clover. It's
One of
very-
your arguments was you attach to the characters more. And
Yeah,
you
I'm not
nailed
saying that
Hitsugaya.
I'm not. The thing is, Bleach is not a series I enjoy or have not enjoyed in a very, very long time. I don't really remember too much about everybody. I remember liking Hitsugaya better than most other characters, but I could not for the life of me say if he was one of my favorites. I'm not going to even pretend to say that I have an argument to make here. I really don't. I don't know because I don't remember too much about the characters themselves. I remember the plot, obviously. I remember a lot of the action sequences because we edited a
So
fuck
when
ton of them.
BG said, "Why? What about the characters? Why didn't you just go? Oh, I don't remember them too well. Let's move along."
Because I was just thinking about it, and all honesty, it's like, well, he was kind of done with everybody's shit. But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, but
Is
what
this
do I
not
remember about him?
coherent?
That's very
Yeah,
coherent.
I'm like, what do I really remember about him? And I tried to think about it, and I really couldn't remember anything. You put me on the spot there, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm just like, I really can't recall.
How long
It's-
has it been since you've read Bleach?
Ah, God, I can't even tell you. I
When-
don't remember.
When did
I
it
don't.
finish?
Yeah, when did the last chapter come out?
Let's see.
That's how long.
Hisugaya is nothing.
Probably is. I couldn't tell you for the life of
Definitely
me.
is.
That's the thing. Bleach
He's
is a
another
really
character.
rough example because I only remember the scenes, like the action scenes, obviously, because it's edited a lot. That's what most of the AMVs are. So that's when it comes to those older series, I don't really recall too much about the characters, especially for a bad series. We put it like
Tell
that.
me about Kakashi.
Kakashi. Well, okay. Kakashi's character was built up pretty actually well once we got his backstory arc, which took into fucking Shippuden, so that was a little long. But-
No, it wasn't. I'm gonna have to stop you there because one of the first things he says is people who don't obey their mission are scum, but people who betray their friends are worse than scum. That tells you something about him.
right.
It's like,
True.
oh, what's
He did say
going
that.
on there? He's a ninja. He's a world-renowned ninja. But when it comes down to it, if he sees his friend in trouble, he's gonna go after his friend.
Right. Oh yeah, and that's explained after you know his backstory. Okay, so sure, you
No,
get a hint
no,
towards it in the beginning.
2016.
It's been 2 years.
Which seems
And by that point,
more
it was
recent
mind-numbing anyway.
Which seems more recent than I
Boy,
thought.
this
but-
is some bland.
Yeah, talking about... See, you guys... Here's the thing when it comes right down to it, especially in this argument. You guys like to think about why this shit is bad. I haven't put thought into it.
We don't
I
have
don't
to
care.
think about why they're
Yeah,
bad. We can.
you are. You're sitting here, and
He's
you're...
telling you how you thinking.
I'm not telling you how you're thinking. I'm saying what you're doing. I'm saying what you're doing. I'm saying you're sitting here and you're coming at me with this information that you obviously had to have put thought into, because
This is-
I have read this shit and I haven't thought about it. It didn't even register as an important thing for me to care about, but it seems like you feel very strongly about.
Here's what happens.
So I'm
I
not
read
belittling it.
something.
I'm just saying.
I read something like Bleach and I go, "This is freaking terrible," and here's why.
That's
I don't
all
have
it is.
to. I don't have to think about it.
When we
I
sat
don't
around,
I
care.
just
when we-
react to
When
it.
we sat down and watched that Dragon Ball episode where Goku Black pulled out his scythe, we were making fun of it. We weren't thinking about it. It was just, oh, this is his thing. And then we go, oh, this is his thing. And then we have it in our mind like, oh, this is bad because Goku Black just pulls out a scythe out of nowhere and does nothing with it. That's all it is. You're saying that like we have charts and algorithms and stuff. No, this is bad and this is why.
It's a reaction.
It's a reaction.
It's like when you go to, if you see these YouTube react people and it's just like, oh my God, what happened there? And they watch the trailer and then they surmise the trailer, what they liked about it and what they disliked about it. It's not really something you have to think even deep into. It's just what pops into your mind. The first thing you think of when you see these things. First thing I think of when I see Black Clover is like, oh, I don't understand why people hate this series. It's whatever. It's a whatever series.
And I don't think about Bleach because there's nothing to think about. But when you go, oh, I like Hisugaya, there's a problem with that because there's nothing to that character. I can go, if you went, oh, I like Orihime, I'd be like, fair. Oh, I like Uryu, fair. Oh, I like Chad. Hold on a second. Why do you like Chad? Because I cannot see why anybody would like Chad, so I would have to stop you. That's why I stopped you with the Hitsugaya thing.
Chad is trash.
Okay. Fair,
Again.
but it's also fresher in your mind because you are currently watching both series, correct?
I
Ask
know,
me about Naruto.
bro. I know Chad is trash.
Ask-
You got.
Ask me about Yu. Well, it doesn't matter about the time.
Dude, Korobara though.
Ask me about
And
Sasori.
we're getting a new-
Ask me about Datara. It doesn't matter about the time. I don't think about Datara, but I know Datara.
See, I don't. See, I don't really care about whatever how you pronounce his name. Unless I find it interesting, I don't compel it to thought. I don't care. If it's bad because it's bland, boring, or whatever the reason I come up with, and I leave it at that, and it's gone just as fast. Unless it's, obscenely terrible.
But then you,
If
but
it's
then
not-
when people, but then when
Yeah.
people have to ask you why do you think it's bad, you
I
just
don't care.
default to I don't enjoy it or I don't care,
Fair enough.
and that's,
what I
and that's
said.
not and that's not good for
Here's something.
conversation.
Here's something for you, pro. What is a middle of the pack shonen series to you?
Middle of the pack shonen series. Probably say Kenichi, to be honest.
No, you just said that was good.
It was good, then it went to shit. So overall, I'd put it in the middle.
I wouldn't even put it in the middle. It got terrible. Overall, you could say the same for Dragon Ball. It started good, and then it got crap.
Dragon Ball was good. DBZ was shit.
DBZ
So we're
wasn't
talk-
even crap. DBZ was. DBZ
Okay, yeah, you
was
got a
pretty-
point. You got a point. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So, I can't really say Kenichi is middle of the pack. I quantify it as bad.
I'd put it in the middle just because the first half really was entertaining and fun, and it was good. And the second and the latter half was absolute trash. But I judge it more towards like an equivalency.
This
And
sounds
it
like
bounces
Dragon
out in the
Ball.
middle.
Is Dragon
Yeah.
Ball middle of the pack? Because it sounds
There's
like
less
Dragon Ball.
forgivable. There's less forgivable about Dragon Ball than there is Kenichi.
I don't think so. Some of the stuff after the tournament is completely unforgivable. Apu living, or Apache
Wait,
living, what the why?
wait. When was
All
that?
the ecchi crap, like
Oh,
terrible.
the etchy crap. Oh yeah, I forgot all about that.
It was just all bad.
They showed child vag.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You're right. I forgot about. Okay, so I would have to quantify it as bad. Okay. good
So
enough.
middle of the pack series.
Middle of the
I
pack.
have one in my head.
What is it?
Naruto.
I wouldn't even call Naruto middle of the pack because Naruto got bad by the time Sasuke retrieval arc was happening.
Yeah.
I
After the
enjoyed.
Chunin exam,
There's more bad than good.
after the Chunin exam, you
I
have the Gato-
enjoyed up until the Sasuke Itachi fight.
Oh, how could you? Oh,
Here's what I'm gonna say. So you like Sasuke Deidara?
Yeah, as far as the anime fight, it was not bad.
anime fight. Yes.
Anyway, this is what I'm saying for Naruto.
And you know me, I
After
like
that,
good
you've got
animation, so
basically-
that's a factor.
You've got the Rescue Gata arc, which was okay. You had the Hidan fight, which was amazing. And then you've got basically nothing. What was the very next arc after that?
The Gara arc, you missed
No,
an
not
arc.
the Gata, the Hidan fight. What was the very next arc?
I believe it was Sasuke fighting Date. Or wait.
You see what I'm saying?
I got confused by multiple things. No, what was the arc again? Sorry. What arc? It was the Hidan fight. After that was Sasuke versus Deidara, and then fighting Itachi.
I wouldn't call it middle of the pack. Did you think the Sasuke retrieval was good?
The regular Naruto one.
Yeah, first for Naruto.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Ooh boy, where's the last time you saw it? Because we were going on the bus just watching that crap. Who that Choji versus that big dude fight does not hold up. That is just a legit bad fight with one okay moment. But man, that is a boo-boo fight.
Kiba and twins,
Wasn't even worth talking about.
terrible. Neji Spider Dude was good.
Drunk Lee.
Drunk Lee was cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
that
There's
Gata
still
fight-
some pretty good stuff in
Yeah,
that.
there's some good in there, but if you put out
There's
a chart
good
and
in
went
everything.
pro to con, the cons would outweigh
I would say
the good,
3 out of
and
those 5 fights were good, which is
Okay,
the majority.
but you also have the stuff before that. Why did Sasuke suddenly turn?
They had to.
No, go ahead. Why did he suddenly turn?
I was gonna say, are you asking for something like
Oh, no,
very
I'm
philosophical?
No, I'm asking you. Why in that moment did he turn? Because before then, it was like, thank you for rescuing me, Sasuke. Oh no, Naruto did that. He was fine with Naruto's progression. And then suddenly he's like, I hate that Naruto has caught up to me. What happened?
Was it before or after that he ran into Itachi?
After he ran into Itachi,
No, it was that
That was
because
the-
he learned Chidori in the Chunin exam,
mhm.
and then that's when Sasuke said, Naruto saved you after the whole Gaara thing. Then they ran into Itachi, and that was the first time he had seen him since he murdered his family, and that
Yep.
was what triggered the change. It started it.
Why?
He saw the person he's been training to kill, and he saw how far behind he was, and then
Okay,
seeing other
but why
people,
would he hate Naruto for that?
because he's seeing other people advance faster than him, and it's
This is
pissing
the
him.
same thing as the Midoriya Bakugo thing. When you start at a 0, of course you're gonna advance faster.
Yeah, I have no
It's
problems.
a terrible change.
I have no problems with that.
No, I have no problems with the Midoriya Bakugo thing. The anger there. Why the change in Sasuke? It's a terrible change to progress the story. That arc is essentially meaningless because even if they get Sasuke back, all he has to do is run away again because he doesn't want to be there. He wants to go
It was a
to
hopeless mission.
it was a hopeless mission. So that arc overall is just worthless. Chochi lives. Why?
Second, another question. Where was Shino?
Oh, couldn't
He-
have him.
he-
Too strong.
He's too strong. He an easy tracker. He's broken in that situation. So they had to go, he's out on a mission. Where are all the Chunins? Oh, they're out on missions. Where are all the Jonins? Oh, they're all out on missions. You 5 go.
Only you 5. Because it has to be only you 5 Guinea take on the Sound 4 Chunin Jonin level people. Only you 5.
It was not good.
It happened because it needed to.
Oh, and there was also just this third act Kimimaro. There was another one. We're actually the Sound 5. I mean, the Sound 6. And he just came out of nowhere, and then he just died.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a moment for, we need Gaara to come in here to rescue somebody. Here you go. It was not good.
It was not a good arc.
I found it enjoyable.
See, enjoyable and
Enjoyable
good
and
is,
good are, you can quantify what is good.
he
and bad.
he enjoys Fairy Tail.
You can point to things and go, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. You can still enjoy it, but you have to go, it's bad and I enjoy it. You can't go all of these negative things and go, that's good / I enjoy it. You go, that's bad because of all these cons, or it's leaning more towards the bad side because of all these cons and I enjoy it. You can't say it's good because of all the things that we've listed.
Even with that stuff, just as far, I mean, I'd have to also go back and watch it. I can't say it's bad. I wouldn't call it good. But that's, again, leading towards the middle tier thing for me.
I would say it's closer to bad than even middle of the pack.
Okay. I mean, weighted on a scale for everybody. But,
Because I put it like this: you had the forest arc was terrible. The Zabuza arc was good. Before that it's like character introductions, but it's not the characters they are. Like, that's not how they act. After that, you had the Chunin exam, which, let's be serious, the Lee Gata fight is the only one that's good in the prelims. And the Neji Naruto is the only one good in the actual.
I
You had
disagree.
Temari Shikamaru.
I got the
That was
slowly
fine.
roll there. I enjoyed
It was
that.
fine. Yes. You enjoy it because it's good planning on Shikamaru's part, and you
It's
see
different
all
from
this
the other
greatness.
fights.
Yes, it's different from the other fights. But it's a lot of milling about. And a lot of Shikamaru's fights are like that. A lot of milling about as he
Planning,
strategizes,
smart
which is
stuff.
fine. But I would not say it's a good fight.
I would.
Sure. Okay. Fine.
I wouldn't put
Temari
it on the tier of the-
Come on now.
I wouldn't put it on the tier of
Sasuke's sound dude. Come on now. Sakura freaking Ino. Come on now.
I thought we were
Hinata-
talking.
Shino versus that guy.
I thought we were talking about the finals. We're still in the prelims.
No, yeah, I'm going through
The
all
pre-
the prelims, then I'm gonna go to the finals.
And the prelims, Naruto and Kiba was all right. I would say
All
Sasuke
right.
and the Sound Guy was all right.
No, it
The
wasn't.
rest
Come
were
on now.
the rest were butt. And then yeah, Lee versus Gaara was the best fight in Naruto.
Peaking early. And then, okay, in the actual finals, we had Neji Naruto. We had Temari and Shikamaru.
Which I would say is good.
Sure. And we had Sasuke Gaara.
Which was fine.
And I wouldn't even count it as fine. Sasuke moves fast, and then he goes into a ball, and he does a Chidori, and then the fight is over. Is this not the fight?
Then it goes into I would say the fight going into the forest is a continuation
The forest fight isn't good. I want people to watch that fight again because I watched it recently. It is not a good fight. It's an emotional moment, but it's not a good fight. But then again, Neji Hinata is an emotional moment. It's not a good fight.
It is not.
And that's just like the Gaara one. It's a lot of emotional and visual things going on, but it's not a good fight. Naruto, Sasuke, the first fight on the rooftop, good fight. You got maybe 2 during the Sasuke retrieval arc. 3.
Shikamaru versus the Sound Girl. Lee versus Kimi. What the fuck is his name? Kimimaru?
Yep.
Gaara versus Kimimaru.
That's the same fight.
Eh.
That's the same fight. Come
Neji versus Spider Guy. Choji was bad. Kiba was bad.
Choji was terrible.
And
Terrible.
and Naruto versus Sasuke.
I don't know if I like Naruto versus Sasuke.
I love that fight.
It was too much.
As
back
evidenced
and
by
forth.
many of the videos that I've edited.
It was just too much back and forth. Oh, Sasuke is super duper strong. Oh, a little bit of Fox Spirit. Oh, I got my third Tomoe. A little bit more Fox Spirit. A lot of talking. It's just too much.
I'm A-okay with
And
that.
that's just the first half of it. Like I wouldn't count Naruto middle of the pack, but fine. Pro still never named one, but
Oh, I was letting you guys talk. Actually,
Yeah.
I was just looking up a list of series I remember I watched. I'd probably end up putting
Pulling out the
a
Rolodex.
series like either Buzo Renkin into the middle, probably
Buzo
Shaman
Renkin.
King.
I'd
what
have to
was
defer to DA on that one.
What was it? What was the other one?
Also,
I just had it.
Man.
Balls are Rican. That's Chris.
Buzo Renkin is.
I think I've edited this for Chris.
No, you
Buzo
edited
Renkin was a very mid-tier show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Chris talked about this, and Chris has terrible taste. I
Yeah,
can't speak to that, but
It's very mid-tier. It's not good. But it's not terrible. It's by the same guy who wrote Rurouni Kenshin. It was his attempt at a modern series, and it didn't flop, but it wasn't good either. I'd put it middle of the pack. Shaman King was good in the beginning, fell off, but not all the way. So I'd put that towards the middle.
Here's the middle of the tier series. Here, middle of the pack series. Sailor Moon. Hajime no Ippo.
See, I haven't kept up with Ippo.
Still has
Detective
mountains
Conan.
to climb and fall off of.
Oh, but
Black
his
Cat.
retired
No, Black Cat
mind-
was bad. What am I saying? That was not a good show.
Detective Conan.
Ooh,
I
you
didn't
really
watch
like
that back in the
Detective
day.
Conan too, didn't you?
Yeah, it's middle of the
He
pack
likes
though.
it, but he knows it's mid. Yeah.
I know what it is. I know it's manga filler 85% of the time.
Oh yeah.
It's canon filler. I understand the things that I'm seeing. It's a fine series. I just happen to absolutely love it. Bleach ain't middle of the pack. Black Clover is. Fairy Tail ain't. Fairy Tail I couldn't get through 4 times. Like Fairy Tail
Howard.
ain't.
Ooh, Siren's a good one, but nobody knows that one.
What are
There's so many. Another is a middle of the pack series.
Never saw that one.
I love the Blood and Glory. Yeah. What is the story of Another?
Another. They're
No.
classroom.
No. What is the story? Like the curse or whatever.
There's a classroom,
Mhm.
and the last person who enters the classroom is the cursed one. And then
They explained the curse. I mean, the origins of the curse. What was that?
Oh, homie, I watched that like 3 years ago.
Hey,
I liked
look at
it.
that.
It was a 12 episode.
Okay,
series.
no, but that was a 12 episode series. That
And
they,
it was
and they
middle of the
explained
pack.
something once. He's got like 50 episodes that he's in. They get pushed out of here.
I'm just saying, it's middle of the pack. The story was trash. The deaths were cool. What are 3 character names in that series?
What are 3 Boku no Hero characters outside of the ones that we know? What's the arm guy name?
Out of all the ones
Yeah.
that you know, which ones don't you know?
You can miss me with that one. What's
Yeah.
sad? They try to do it every episode. This is this guy.
Here's
and
his
I just
quirk.
feel like it sure is. Wash my hands of you.
So I have a question, just because I'm actually having a hard time kind of placing this in my head. What would you guys rank Soul Eater?
I forgot all about fucking
The
Soul.
anime or the manga?
Both.
Anime is higher than middle of the pack, even though it fell off at the very end. I mean, the very end. Before that, it was fine. Manga is probably middle of the pack because it got real weird.
Yeah, it did.
But does that?
We're going to the moon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of put it like somewhere in between higher in the pack or higher in middle of the
You
pack.
know what? I would because the characters carry it. Black Star is an amazing character.
And just like the final moment of what was it? Boobs. Boobs are what calms the what's his face down. So stupid.
But I also have,
Yeah,
I also have a
Zakedo.
bit of a problem where in the manga it was like a bit of a time skip, and then they came back like, "Hey, Soul's he's a death scythe now." And it's like we didn't see any of that. He just got it off screen.
I did
had a
like
bit
the
of a problem
final
with
like
that.
transform, the final form, Maka. There we go. I was trying to remember her name. Her and Soul, the keyboard scythe. I liked that look.
I just have a hard time remembering the arcs of Soul Eater, the manga, which
Mhm.
is why
I
I'm
don't
like,
remember
it's
shit, to be
probably
honest.
middle of the pack. Because
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
remember much of
feel
it at all.
negatively or positively about them.
Okay,
Same here. I can actually probably agree with that.
it's been a while.
I put it a
Yeah.
little bit higher, 6.5, maybe a 7.
I would put it a 6.
I just remembered that one panel of fuck, the Death the Kid. That's his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Uh,
Death the Kid is Reaper's
Yeah,
son.
Death the Kid and Black Star about to face off. That's been your picture on the org forever.
It's because we don't go on the org. no
Yeah,
more.
I know. I just remembered that the DA
I
colored
actually
it.
haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah.
It's not even up there.
Yeah, let's not
Not
even.
even quick up there.
Yeah, let's not even. I don't visit this place.
Yeah, that was quite a tangent. So I think we'll save the wedding story for next episode.
Yeah.
As well as Evo.
Oh, it's right over there.
Oh yeah.
100 Naruto facts.
Oh.
Not 100. I think it's 20. 35 Naruto facts.
I
Weird
said
number, but
I
we're
picked
doing it.
I picked last time. Someone else picked.
12.
Hey, that is that. All right.
Yeah, I colored that forever ago.
Oh, that was BG. I thought it was DA. Damn.
No.
That ain't me.
You were just talking about me and Eric are derpader, you guys. Frou frou frou.
I think I had said that a little while ago, sir. Thank you.
I miss
Oh.
coloring actually now that I'm looking at this.
Over the time of the Naruto series, Naruto has created over 20-something different Rasengans, not including the Rasen Shuriken and its derived jutsu.
Better than the middle of the pack.
Wow.
He ain't got nothing else.
No,
Fox Chakra, please. Rasengan, please. Clone, please.
that is one more. That is two more things in the Rasengan. Just throwing that out there.
It's just more clones and more chakra.
All right. Thank you everybody for tuning in to this half rant anime, half technical difficulties episode of the podcast and
Yeah.
stuff. We will see you probably not next week.
No, not next
Because
week.
next week is MatsuriCon.
Yeah.
We'll try
It
and.
does not feel like next week is the fucking con.
Yeah, I know.
I got
It
so much to do.
it snuck up.
You and the girls
Wow.
both.
I haven't seen this in a long
All
time.
right. Thank you, everybody. We will see you in 2 weeks, probably.
Later.